Good morning from the rainy desert of Arizona. That's right, it's raining today. It's a big deal to us. This is the first time in probably a year and a half that there's been enough rain that the sidewalk is wet. Usually, when it rains like it did yesterday. It spits for about 5 seconds, just enough to get the dust on the windshield to turn to mud. That's what happens around here when it spits. So the title of my show is "Gotta Change." I don't even know where to start. Oh, what a morning! So let's talk about having an idea for business. How far do you push it? How far do you pursue it? What do you do? Um, I had what I thought was a very unique idea. Um, I thought it was something that could go very big. Um, what I found out is that it could actually be very big. Um, I don't even know where to start. I have a product idea based on stumbling across a couple of things on Amazon. It's not like I'm reinventing the wheel. Um, I'm making improvements on the wheel. So I thought. I quickly put the brakes on the whole idea this morning. I'm going to have to put some real thought into it. So I don't want to discuss what the product is because I may still go ahead with it. I may still push ahead. Um, I have the LLC. I have the EIN number for the company. I have the basic concept for a logo design. I have a lot of things developed. Uh, but but I found out that Mr. Wonderful himself, that's right, Kevin O'Leary from the Shark Tank, just invested in a small company with the same idea. Different, totally different, but the basic principle of the idea. Um, uh, I like my name better than his, but that's besides the point. The object, the product is basically the same. There's some variations in colors and of course packaging and all these different things that can be done. But I kind of went, I'm out. I felt like I was on Shark Tank when I heard him say it. I went, I'm out. Um, it just kind of it made me stop and think. Is this a battle I want to fight? They're both startups. The other one's a little further advanced than I am. They have product at market. Not very much, not very big. I'm sure Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, has kind of pulled back a little and said, okay, let's develop a much better plan. And they're going to come out much harder than what is currently going on. So it was a real belly shot this morning because it was like the first person I called was my mother. My mom understands that kind of stuff. And I was like, I think I'm out. I said, "This isn't a battle. I don't need to beat Kevin O'Leary at developing a product or a product line." Um, my mom says 20 years ago, you would have been all over this. You'd have been all over this just to prove that you could do it. And I was like, "You're not getting my goat. You're not getting my goat. You're not going to egg me on to do something that goes against what I'm looking to do." Um, you have to have your plan, your whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. You have to have that all set up. If you see a blanket, it's because in rain, um, because of the rain, my joints hurt and I get chilled, so I put a blanket on, even though it's warm. It's uh, Arthur. I won't fight it. I really won't. If I develop it, it's just going to be a product. It's going to be something I throw out there. I'm going to test. If it does well, it does well. If it doesn't do well, I'll sell it off. I am not going to fight Kevin O'Leary. Do I think I can take him down? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I can beat him. The difference is going to be the development of the product. It really is. They'll come out with, guys, I know what they're going for. They're going to go for Walmart, um, retail stores where you physically walk in the door. Will they sell on Amazon? Of course, that's where I found the product. Will they have a big online presence? I don't know. I'm sure they'll have websites. I'm sure they'll have all of that. First of all, I don't have the funds to compete against Kevin O'Leary's checkbook. Um, he can do a mega launch for millions, and I'd struggle to raise 100 grand. I may do it as a YouTube series. I am tempted to make it a YouTube series. The David and Goliath. Take the slingshot out and YouTube the whole thing of me going after the big boys. I did not. I'm kind of deflated right now, guys. I don't have the drive, the energy that I had when I got up this morning because I was really excited about it being Monday. Because I started this block system of time. And then instead of trying to pile everything on Monday, I made Monday blank with nothing to do. So I was kind of up going, oh, I'm excited that it's Monday. I was cruising through YouTube videos, and here's a video with Kevin O'Leary being interviewed. And the first thing he talks about is a company he just invested in. And this video came out very recently. So I know it's a recent thing because it's the first time he's mentioned it. I have not seen it on Shark Tank, so my guess is it's on an upcoming episode. So that kind of deflated me a little bit. I have thought about creating a YouTube series, announcing the product, and talking about the whole thing on YouTube. And if somebody wants to knock it off, I really don't care because technically now I'm a knockoff of Kevin O'Leary because he announced it before I did. So I'll never be able to prove that this idea has been going on, except for I do have the date of the LLC. Okay. The LLC is dated way before this. I got my EIN number from the IRS. They have mailed it to me already. The paperwork's right over on the bed for the EIN. So I gotta tell you, I got some advantages too. I know that I have some advantages. The first advantage is I can take out China of my equation. I know for a fact their product's being made in China. Okay. Mine is American made using American labor, putting Americans back to work. Okay. I'm not paying little old Chinese ladies 20 cents an hour to package my product. I'm paying people 15, 16, $17 an hour so that they can feed their families here in this country. That's one advantage I have. And if I do this on YouTube, I promise you something. That will be a predominant thing. That it is an American-made product. I I am the underdog going in. I know that. I just don't know that. I don't know that I have the drive. I don't know that I have the drive to go after Kevin O'Leary. Um, and maybe that's what we need to discuss. You have to have you have to have to do something like this. This is really tempting for me because I like these big underdog fights where everybody says you can't do it, you'll never make it happen, yada yada yada. I have everything in place to actually take this fight on. Um, I have resources. I don't have millions of dollars, but I have cash. If you've watched some of my older videos, I've talked about it over the last year. I've been stockpiling cash for an opportunity, for something I believe in, something I can get in there and fight and really put an effort into. I mean, honestly, um, I have a manufacturer in the United States that I can pick up the phone and talk to in my own language, with my own ideas, who is who has a design team of artists and things like that. I have you, the viewers. I mean, some of you would probably love to get in on this fight. I mean, this is something maybe I could do as a team, as a, you guys come on board and maybe build this company as a team, type thing, as a business, as a partnership. I have a lot of resources behind me. I have friends. I have $1 million sellers at my fingertips. And I have some contacts. The one thing I have done is I've built a lot of relationships over the years, and I have some contacts. I have some contacts with some big, deep pockets, that if I laid it out properly, it would be an interesting, uh, it could be an interesting fight. It could be an interesting battle. Um, author Arthur brought up a thing. He said actually meant sell them the company. Um, I could go on YouTube and really hammer them. I could really, really hammer them on YouTube and force them to make an offer to buy me. But then Squirrel, Exactly, Eric. I agree with Eric 100%. He said, "But then squirrel." Uh, I would find a squirrel. I don't know, Eric. I don't know. Um, I don't know. That's why I'm actually going to take a day or two, and I'm really going to think about this. I am going to, as soon as this show's over, I'm probably going to call the manufacturer, because I've already sent him an email, and he kind of went, okay. He was kind of deflated. I could tell in his email that he was deflated. He's like, it's your choice, but we're behind you 100%. So I don't, I'm not going to make, the one thing I can tell you is what I love about my life right now more than anything is I don't have to make a snap decision in business about something like this. I can think it through. I can sit down. You know, some of the people I've met in the last year, I met a man that designs motors for Harley Davidson, who helped Harley Davidson get into racing. That has a shop here because of a hill we have, or because of a mountain road we have to test the bikes out on. Um, he was a very integral part of the Harley that I just sold. He was a very integral part of that snap throttle on the Harley that they now have in their engines, where you hit the throttle and it actually will toss you back a little bit. Harley always had a hesitation. It now has a snap throttle where you hit it and it goes. Big difference. If you've ridden a new Harley, you'll know the difference between a 2015-16 to a 2018-19-20 in the throttle response. There is, guys, I'm telling you, I'm really considering my 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 first instinct was, man, you don't need to take on this challenge. The second thing is I like to be the underdog in a fight. When I built this company, nobody thought I could do it. Now, listen, a lot of you sitting there going, he ain't done half the stuff says he has done, which is fine. I don't mind. That's, I have my core people that follow me. I didn't know that I had a following. But there's people that have been watching me since I did eBay for mommies, or mommies for eBay, or whatever the hell that was. A group on Facebook was one of the first groups I got involved in on Facebook. I've had people that have not said anything that have followed me for years on my journey, and I didn't know it. And I've met some of them in person, and they've told me things, and I was like, wow, man, I didn't know anybody, kind of Googles for my content. I don't have a fan club of, naked women throwing their undies at me. I don't, that's not, there's probably 2 dozen people that actually follow me for information. And I'm just thankful for every one of them. But back to this Kevin O'Leary thing. I may delete this video, guys. I don't want to delete any content, but I don't know that I want a trail of what I'm going to do. I don't know. I got a lot of people. I got a lot of resources that I believe I can pull on. And because it's this that will make the difference, because I'm not physically making the product. I have factories in place to make this product tomorrow. I have everything I need to actually go after this in a public way. I'm I mean, right down to phone calls being recorded on YouTube so that you can hear what's going on. It's really tempting for me. It's something that I believe I could sink my teeth into for 2 years. Uh, what I would need is some stability in my life from people on the team. Um, if I do it, I'm going to have a team right away. I haven't spoken, guys. It's so you can see it's 7:20 in the morning here. It's still early. I haven't spoken with my accountant. You know, what do you think of this? I haven't spoken to the manufacturer except to say Kevin O'Leary is heavily invested into a company like this. I'm out. That was the extent of the conversation. And they're like, well, that's your decision, but we're 100% behind you in this product idea. I really have everything in place to pull the trigger. And being challenged by the fact that the competition is now not just a brand name that I've seen, but it's Kevin O'Leary, makes it a very interesting thing for me. It really does. So I don't know. What I'm going to do. There's somebody I haven't mentioned that's going to play a big, huge role in this decision, and that's my wife. She'll tell me whatever I want. She'll tell me YOLO. She'll tell me if I told her I was going to take Kevin O'Leary down, like totally wipe him out, she would stand behind me and believe in me 100% and tell you were crazy to think different. My wife has that kind of faith in what I can do, and I love her for it. Will she be involved in it? Hell no, she want nothing to do with it. I know my wife. I love her to death. She'll say, what credit card can I go spend money on? That's what she'll care about. As you can see, I'm starting to get a little bit excited about this idea, guys. At first, it was like, no way in hell am I going to get involved in this. Now I'm sitting here going, well, maybe, just maybe, I got something. Man, I don't know. Somebody type something. Help me out here, guys. My mind is spinning at 100 miles an hour. More because I believed that my products had a great possibility, but to know somebody like Kevin O'Leary said, I'm in, makes it go, wow, man. We're both on the ground floor. They got a little bit of an advantage on me, but I can put a spin on it to get the everyday person behind me. I believe if I needed funds that I could spin it on YouTube to a GoFundMe account. I don't want to do that. That doesn't help anybody in my audience. My audience, my platform, my whatever you want to call it, come here to see what I was able to do. I'm not that much smaller, Diane. I understand. Diane brought up a great point. Your smaller business can maneuver faster than they can. Yes, but Kevin O'Leary is very small business minded. He spoke about a lot of things in this video, and one of them was one of his biggest mistakes ever was um, getting involved in a large business and for millions and millions of dollars. And every time there was a discussion, there was 20 people at the table with input. So, in that respect, I'm smaller. But if I take on some of you to help me with this, then I'm not so small anymore because now I got 4 or 5 people that have to approve and make agreements with this kind of stuff, guys. I can tell you this, well, I got like 4.5 minutes left here. I cannot make a decision this morning. Um, Here's Arthur says, true, you have an advantage due to not having to take the time he'll take. Um, I think my advantage is I know he's a competitor. Okay. Goliath, um, Goliath didn't see David as a competitor. Um, that was, something people don't think about. Goliath didn't take David seriously. I have a lot of resources that are ready. I mean, standing ready for me. Uh, if I do this, I have 2 very large advantages. Okay. One, I have you guys. Okay. I'm not depending on one person, Mr. Wonderful, who really doesn't care if he makes or breaks this company. I mean, he would prefer to win, but if it's a loser, it's not going to matter to him. So I have all of you. I have networked so well that I really believe this could be something, guys. The second thing is Mr. Wonderful will never see me as a challenger. He will never believe that somebody like me could take him on. He doesn't believe because he's very egotistical. And it's not just Shark Tank. Watch his videos, watch his YouTube channel. I'm very egotistical too, guys. I know that about me. But I admit that where my weaknesses are. I've been in these trenches fighting for years on these Amazon platforms. Will I ever get into Walmart? No, but I can put a hurt on e-commerce. I have the funds to launch. I have everything I need, and I'm starting to get the drive. I'm telling you guys, I really am starting to get a drive here to see if I can step in and play ball with the big boys. Can I step up to the plate and play ball with somebody like Kevin O'Leary? Think about that. I could. Can I? Am I? I say I am. I say I'm building a corporation. I'm building this company, and I'm doing all these things. But can I actually step up and play with the big boys like Kevin O'Leary when it comes to a new product? Do I have the drive? Do I have the determination? And can I build a team strong enough to take on a shark? That's a big deal, guys. Man, guys, I love you. I love every one of you. You're not making it any easier. um, you never know if you don't try. You're absolutely right. Eric, get her done. Laura, will you have any regrets if you don't? Oh, I'll have. I don't know if I'd ever get a chance to swing that bat again. It's a heavy bat. It's a heavy bat. The show won't be able to be 30 minutes. It would have to be a bigger show. It would have to be at least an hour a day. Uh, Guys, I don't know. We hit the 30-minute mark. I want to go on because I want to keep talking it out. And, but I committed to 30 minutes a day here, guys. And I really need to seek some other counseling. Um, Scott says that they may be rich, but they don't have all the answers. And that's true. He speaks about Mr. Wonderful said that Bitcoin is a big nothing burger. And Scott says he's made thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars from Bitcoin. He doesn't know everything. And you're absolutely right. Warren Buffett doesn't know everything. Warren Buffett says that he is he picks a lane and stays in it. Guys, this is right up my alley. This is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and I'm kind of excited about it. But I want to know that I'm not a flash in the pan with this right now. I need to know from some advisors. I need to talk to some people, and I need to know that they're going to call me on the carpet when I need to be called on the carpet, because like Eric said earlier, and this is very important for me right here. But then squirrels. This is very important. I have a tendency to go squirrels and totally forget what's going on. This is something that would have to be very focused and very, very determined. And I expect people to say, wait a minute, what happened with this? Why aren't we talking about that? What's going on? Why are you squirreling off on us? Whatever you want to call it. Oh, man. This is really hard, guys. This is really, really hard. But this is the type of project I've been looking for YouTube. This is the type of project that I would take and sink my frickin' teeth in, like I did with the flags 13 years ago. I would be so hard on this that I would eat, sleep, and drink, and it would be beating Kevin O'Leary all day long on my mind. How do I outthink Mr. Wonderful? And listen, it wouldn't really be a competition because he doesn't even know my freaking name. Okay? He doesn't even know who I am. It would be a one-sided competition. It would be all on me. But could I make him notice me? Man, could I make him have to make me an offer to buy my company? Holy cow. Could you imagine? Even if he only gave me $5,000 for it, but I made Kevin O'Leary think about having to buy my company out so that he could protect his little investment. Guys, I got to tell you, and I hope you see this as genuine. This wasn't something I made up. This was something I wasn't even going to discuss. That I'm really struggling with just saying, screw it. Let's pull the trigger right now and go after him. You may see a change come tomorrow. I need to talk to some people. With that, man, God loves you. Lord knows I'm trying. But right now, what I need more than anything is I need to know what you're thinking in the comments. Please tell me what you think I should do. I have an opportunity here to walk away. I will tell you the total amount I have invested into this whole idea is less than $200. I can walk away today and it's easy. If you don't mind saying, what's the lead time on the product? I can have it shipping to Amazon by Friday. This company will drop everything that they're doing right now and work on shipping in my first batch. We can be at full production probably within 60 days. Guys, remember, you got to get off your ass. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see what happens next with me and Kevin O'Leary. All right, guys, I'm out. God bless. I'll talk to you soon. I may be back today.